Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to another taste test for the Den of DBZALLSTAR. This will be my first retest, so to speak, with a taste test. And today what I have for you is the Meal of Misfortune. That is a collaboration between Wendy's and the Wednesday series that streams through Netflix. Part 1 of Season 2 began streaming in August of 2025, and Part 2 started nearly 2 weeks ago on here in September of 2025. I don't remember the exact date, but I am doing a retest because there are 4 different sauces that you can get in your Meal of Mischief, and I was able to acquire 3 the last time. I also want to do a retest just in case any of the language or comparisons I utilize were a bit of a turnoff to anyone watching. I think people who had an issue would have commented, but some people like to remain silent. Beyond that, the main intent is seeing if we can acquire this 4th sauce. This is one of the longer collaborations because of the fact that the second season of Wednesday was split into 2 parts, so by the time this ends, it'll probably be 2 months that Wendy's has had this meal available. This time around, I did get a Wednesday themed bag. On the front, you can see it says there's nothing happy about this meal, obviously poking at McDonald's Happy Meal. And on the back, I'll show you, it says it's Wednesday, not Wendy. Normally I'd be against this kind of capitalistic corporate synergy, but when the fast food slinging pigtailed poser said I could do whatever I wanted to her customers, I couldn't resist. My meal of misfortune is torture in a bag, coffin-shaped cartons, and daring dips of dread. May you rest in 10 pieces. Regrettably yours, W. So, what does that have to do with 10 pieces? Well, for those of you who have watched my previous video, the Meal of Misfortune comes as follows. You get the wonderful little Frosty here, the Raven's Blood Frosty, so to speak. You get a 10-piece nugget in Wednesday themed container. See if it'll stand. You get a medium fry, just your standard French fry. Nothing different about that, really. And there's always fries at the bottom of the bag. You get these mystery dips of dread. Some spicy, some savory, some closer to barbecue sauce. So we're going to open these up here. I will say one of the ways you can get a hint as to the flavor, they have the ingredients printed here. And we're not going to read those. I'll also say that you can get the Frosty on its own. I believe it's $3.49 on its own. The Meal of Misfortune in my area is $9.99. I've seen it higher. For example, when I was visiting in-law family in Washington in August, it was $13.99, but I've seen it as low as $7.99 in the United States. So we'll open this first sauce here. This is a darker jam colored, berry jam or jelly colored sauce. So dip. So that is definitely the sweetest sauce. There is a bit of a punch at the end, but nothing severe. So that would be the least spicy or the softest sauce with very little tang just at the end. We have this slightly tan gray sauce here. We'll leave the comparison out this time. It's not about the views, but it is about ensuring people feel comfortable watching as well. Now that is the tangy pepper style sauce. It is not overly spicy or anything like that, but you certainly get a kick from it. So if you can't tolerate spicy, I would avoid that one if at all possible. And finally, we have the spoon of gloom, which you utilize for the Frosty. I don't remember if Raven's Blood is the actual designation. Well, that's what I'm calling it. Have a Wednesday spoon, purple. We got the vanilla. It is available in chocolate. Still just as refreshing as the first time. It is well worth the cost to get on its own. If you want food to go along with your Frosty, or if the Frosty is to be partnered to cool down from some of these sauces, there's one spicier in there than this one, rather. Definitely worthwhile. I've tried all 4 sauces now because we did not have this one before. And again, it is the least spicy available. Just a little bit of a ting at the end. But other than that, you're fine. This collaboration, as I said, might last until the end of the month. Who knows what Wendy's has in store next. Maybe the Snackalator, who I view through Instagram and TikTok. But thanks for watching this retest. This is still a well worthwhile meal, whether you're paying $7.99, $9.99, or if you can afford it in states like Washington, $13.99. It's just a fun little collaboration. In the meantime, stay healthy as you can, eating fast food. Stay safe, stay creepy, and be well.